podcast where we watch movies and TV series a little deeper. We talk about the stories, the choices, the culture, and the moments that make you pause and ask, what was she thinking?
Yes, and that means in this show we are asking the character, the director, and even ourselves to consider how thoughts prompt actions and ultimately one's experiences in life. Today, this threw me off. Just came here looking at me. Blame it on Juicy. Today we are reviewing the TV show Will Trent, starring Ramon Rodriguez as Will Trent, Erica Christensen as Angie, Sonia Sohn, am I saying that right, as Amanda Wagner. She is the deputy director of the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the GBI. I hope I'm not getting her wrong. Is it Iantha Richardson as Faith and Jake McLaughlin as Michael, and these are the main characters on Will Trent. I have fallen to really like this show. Kim, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Oh, let me start. I am Charla,
and I am Kim, and welcome to What Was She Thinking?
Yes. Okay, back to your initial thoughts, Kim, on Will Trent.
Absolutely love it. Love Will Trent. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I love this show. I love this series. I'm glad that it's back. So yeah, I enjoy Will Trent. I like little peculiar detectives. I'm a Monk fan. I loved Monk. I love The Mentalist. I love those kind of shows. So, yeah.
I didn't watch those shows. As far as because this is a procedural, so as far as a procedural, I probably am more like a Law and Order. I did watch some of the Equalizer. I'm trying to think what else. But no, I didn't see those. But I know that those were good. But yes, this one.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just I like Will. He drew me in.
Yeah. Yeah. I like a little quirky, police officer that kind of doesn't do things the normal way. Listen, I am a Law and Order SVU. I think I'm Law and Order SVU out because my mom watches it. I mean, Olivia Benson is like one of her friends. Like that's her homegirl.
I can't do SVU.
Yeah, don't play with Stabler and don't play with Olivia.
I can't do SVU. I can't do sexual violence.
Yeah, I do SVU hardcore. And it's gotten to the point now, my mom, I was like, so what are you watching? What are you watching on TV? And she's like, Olivia and them.
You're like, oh, okay, I know what you're talking
Olivia and them. I said, oh, okay. Sure. Great. But I love little quirky police detective shows like this. And so I didn't start watching Will Trent when it first came out. I didn't catch it until the second season.
Yeah, I think I came in late too. Again, because I'm not one to watch. But then I was like, I like the characters. So let's recap. Because they're on season 4. Season 4 just came out. So recapping the seasons prior to this, when we are introduced to Will in season 1, they start with the cold open of the lady coming home to find out that her daughter, who she thought was her daughter, spoiler, was killed or whatever, right? And then they call Will Trent on the scene. Who first we like him, or at least I liked him because he saves the dog.
Special Agent Will Trent.
Ooh, fancy.
I just want to get on with my day. I rescued a dog. You folks rehome animals, so rehome. This is a no-kill shelter, right?
I mean, mostly.
Remember he saved Betty?
Yes. And Betty becomes his codependent partner throughout. They first meet, they fell in love.
Yeah, they fell in love, yeah. Betty's in promos and stuff too.
Yeah.
Betty's in promos.
Yes, Betty is a main character, honey. We don't even know what Betty's real name. I guess her real name may be Betty.
Maybe, yeah.
But Betty is an essential piece of this story.
Mm-hmm. But we know, because I've read that, okay, in the first couple of 10, 15 minutes, you're introduced to the character, and then the writer is doing things that make us like the character or find some type of connection. So we like that he is, because he asked the people, what y'all gonna do with this dog? Y'all not a kill shelter. And they were like, well, come on, Betty. Come on with me, Betty. So we like him. And we learned, which I forgot because I rewatched it, that he exposed corrupt cops. I didn't read, then this is based on the book, so I haven't read the book, so I don't know if he's like that in the book, but I like him some more because he's that type of guy.
Right. And he is a capable detective. He's a capable cop, right? Very highly capable. His success rate, closure rate is very high. But he is, and this is where we learn this about Will. Will is by the book. He follows the letter of the law. He does not bend. He's not a flexible person. He's going to follow the letter of the law. So if you are breaking the law, he is not going to co-sign for you.
He's not going to let you slide. He is not. And I guess that's what takes people into that field, because you are like a law keeper or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess there's no gray area or whatever. So yeah, he is, which is why he turned into corrupt. But we'll find out later that ain't all he willing to turn in.
Yeah, that's right. Because listen here, there is no gray. Like you said, there is no gray with him. It is black and it is white. And when we first introduced to him, I mean, he comes in, he looks good. Okay, let's give it up to the 3-piece suit, because Will wears a 3-piece suit. Okay, the vest, the coat, and the slacks, honey, with the tie. He comes in looking very put together. But there's something that we know that he is, by the book, but there's also something a little different about him, because he doesn't look at a crime scene the same way that someone else would.
Right, yeah.
So then we get introduced a little bit about his quirkiness, or what makes him a little different from other officers, right? And I think that was the draw in. Ramon Rodriguez, I love him. I've seen him in different like movies, shows, things that he's been in, and he's able to take on a character very well and make that character his own. And so I do enjoy him as Will Trent. Erica Christensen, I mean, she for sure is an oldie but goodie, because she was a child star.
What was she in? I can't remember, but she does look familiar.
Oh man, Erica Christensen was in so much stuff.
And I've seen Will and stuff now so much that he's like typecast. Yeah. So when I see him, I be like, that's Will.
Yeah, Will, that's Will.
Because he was playing something. Was it a love interest? I can't remember. But he has played that Will Trent character so well that I just don't even really see him. It's hard now.
She was in Flight Plan. She was in Cheaper by the Dozen. She was in let's go back to some of her early stuff. She's been around for a minute.
But she plays, well, they both play, I think that one thing I am looking at as I look at what catches my attention is that characters have a flaw that we feel sorry for them. We identify with them in some way. And I think really good stories have a way of giving you first what the hell is going on, a nice cold open to keep you going. And then another kind of like, what is the wound of this character? I was trying to look at too what else he was in, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is he doing?
She was in Traffic, Perfect Score, Wuthering Heights, Swim Fan, Parenthood. She's been in a lot.
Yeah, she's been in a lot. They say Ramon was in Pelham 123. I gotta go look at that. What's he doing in that one? I don't remember that one.
He was in that movie that came out on Prime, G6 with Viola Davis.
See, I ain't got Prime.
He was in that. He's been in a good bit of stuff.
Yeah, he's been in a good bit of stuff. But I know I saw him in something recently. And I was like, oh, Will. But I was like, no, he not Will. He not Will in this.
What's on G6 though?
Huh?
The one with Viola Davis was the president?
It could have been, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't watch it. I don't have Prime.
Oh, okay.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah. But he was in that one too.
But yeah, but they have a wound, so we know that, and I think that's what this show does really good job, is that they make us identify and feel sorry kind of for them. So Will and Erica or Angie, right, their wounds is that ironically they both grew up in foster care and now they work together. But so they're kind of like linked. They've been linked together all of their lives. And
we first see their codependency. So as we go through each season, we get a little deeper into their backstory as to why they are so dependent on each other, and kind of raised in this foster care system as brother and sister. But it became something more than brother and sister, than like more like a love for each other. Yeah.
Which they play well throughout the season. So we get to understand their dynamic, and then we understand Amanda's connection to Will. They have a backstory where she's helped to save him when he was little because she knew his mom, who was a street worker, I think. That's what she was. So that's kind of what we go through. We understand their backstories in season 1. And then as we go through season 2, they begin to start to work through their issues. And I like this show is because they don't make, and I guess that would make sense, right? You drag it out, then that's the end of the show. But they make it kind of realistic, right? We work through our issues. We don't necessarily just snap and then they're done. So he starts to, as he learns more about his past in season 2, he starts to revisit some of his history. So his mother's side of the family, he goes to Puerto Rico. He starts to do some healing. But he also, is this the season? I can't remember where he turns in Angie.
At the end of this season, going into season 3, because
she helped. She was doing the right thing. That's the thing. She was
and this really just shows like how their upbringing, because they have real deep trauma.
Yeah.
Because because Angie struggled with addiction. She struggled with sexual assault. She had a lot of stuff going in, and so she's in a field that really triggers all of those things.
All of those things. Yeah, because when they start, she was undercover, a drug bust. They were like, girl, no, they shouldn't have seen
this job triggers everything. So Angie is kind of on alert all the time, and I think Will is kind of her peace in some instances because he allows her, because he knows her fully, right? He doesn't have to hide who she is or what she's done because he knows it all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think they become each other's piece because Will and she doesn't he doesn't have to pretend for Angie either because she knows all his stuff too. Like the abuse. I mean, their childhood was not good.
Not at all. Yeah. Cause he witnessed his foster mother being killed,
Yeah.
right? Like, and she had abused, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So they could have really chose another profession that wouldn't as triggering, but they like, no, we're gonna face this head on without actually really facing it head on. That's what they kind of do, yeah.
And that's why I think Will is so there's no gray. Because there was gray with the situations that he was placed in when he was a child. It was always something going on. It was some gray. Oh, they killed this person, but I killed him because they was beating on me.
Right, yeah.
And I think he had a hard time trying to regulate that because Will has some type of. I don't want to diagnose him, okay, because as educators we can't diagnose nobody, but he has some type of Asperger's, autism, OCD, something going on, okay? Yeah. And then we know that he has learning disabilities because of his inability to read. So he is illiterate, but that doesn't mean that he's not smart. It just means that he just can't read. He has some learning delays, right? And so he takes a tape recorder with him everywhere he goes. Everyone is well aware that this is his thing, but it doesn't diminish his capability to do his job.
No.
Because other skills are heightened by this learning thing, this reading thing. Because he pays close attention to detail. But him and Angie being both police officers, I don't know why they would pick that field.
I know.
I know why they would pick that field, but then I don't know why. Because that field triggers them all the time.
Yeah. It triggers. But it's like they have the ability to do it well because of what they know. But then, it's like putting your own kind of psychological health at risk because you always
and everybody is like, and unbeknownst to us, like as we get to know it between season 1 and 2, Amanda, the deputy director, her ties to Will, she saved him as a baby from and really at some point wanted to keep him.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, they wouldn't let her.
Yeah, but she couldn't. And now to have him show up as a grown person back into her life, because she's always had some type of knowing about him, right? Their connection, not being told to us offhand, and you wondering why she kind of cares so much. Well, she cares so much because she really wanted to keep him, and then her not keeping him, and then he went through so much.
Which is what the writers do a really, I think, good job, because in the first episode, she pulls up to his house. Like, why are you coming in his house when you know, like, we know there's something special about him, and she has a connection with him.
Yeah.
She like, you come with me. You gonna help me out on this thing that's really special. So, but we don't find out until maybe the end of the season. Like we don't know why. So they they drag it out and keep us there.
Yeah,
they do a really good job with that. So much so they also, I think, have us lean in because Faith, she pairs Faith, which is an interesting name. She pairs Faith with him, right? And she tells Faith, only because I rewatched it, that you can learn something from him if you want to be great. Right. You can learn something. So she's aware of all his flaws or whatever, but she is definitely aware he is the top of the top, and that. Yeah. But we know also that he took out Faith's mother.
Yeah,
So
that's what I mean. It's all connected. They're like kind of.
why you put them together, girl?
That's right. Their stories are kind of intertwined because Amanda and Faith's mother were partners at one point, right?
Right, yeah.
And then whatever happened, what transpired, at some point Will turn Faith's mother in for not following the law. And now her daughter is his partner.
But yeah, and Amanda ain't mad at it. Like, whatever it is, she like, yeah, girl, well, I'm sorry, but I guess you deserve it. So we know, yeah, there's something where you ain't mad at him about it. But Faith is, but you're not mad at him. You're not so mad at him that you wouldn't pair these two together. So they do a really good job of like, wow, keeping us there, you know, to figure out why is it that this relationship is what it is. So, but by season 2, Faith is trusting Will. She sees that she can learn a lot from him or whatever. But at the beginning, she was like, season 1, she was like, why you gotta be paired with this dude? But by season 2, for sure, and then into season 3, I think we now have a cohesive team. Everybody is now like Will's. Well, he goes back and forth, right? He disappears, get in trouble, but they still like Will's our man.
Yeah.
In season 3.
And I think that was a way for Amanda, because I think she always, and I mean, she's had a relationship with Faith. I mean, Faith has been like her goddaughter or something like that. So, but it's like Amanda kind of keeping the family together. You know, she's like, I lost him one time. I'm going to support him and support Faith, and I'm going to support my little family. Kind of, sort of. I kind of get that way. Now, no doubt about it. Amanda's about her business now. She don't play. She's about her business. But I feel like she was always a support to them because she felt love for them. Like they were her family, you know?
Yeah.
And so her support was really just, it was a nice touch, I think. And I think that's what helped them kind of, you know, kind of come together as a cohesive unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she gets shot in season 3. What is it? What is it called? Ornstead? Whatever. Ornwood. Thank him to Ornstead. He gets cancer, but they all rally around one another. So they're in different places than they were in season 1. And now it's shaping up to me to become one of these. I love a good workplace, you know, we're tight story. And maybe because I do believe I want that in life one day, where we are all a cohesive unit. We all like each other. We all, because, you know, I've been like in the like, just, you know, in the 911 lately. And I'm catching up. And I just love when they have these moments. It just reminds me that there are people who work together and they get along so well. And that is such a beautiful thing. Because it's like your family, you know, when you create a family unit, that's a beautiful thing. But I also am coming to like this realization that a work unit is a beautiful thing as well. To be able to be with people who appreciate you. I don't know, like, you know, you just on one wavelength. And that's what I see coming together by season 3.
Yeah. Because now remember, Will, Faith, and Amanda are GBI, right?
Yeah.
Angie, Ornwood, and what's the other guy's name? The black guy.
Franklin.
They're APD. So they're Atlanta Police Department, and Will and Faith and Amanda are GBI. And so
like these detectives, maybe?
Yeah, these two separate entities of policing or investigations work collaboratively together very well. Because like if GBI is on a case, then APD may be doing some of the going house to house. If a murder happened, APD is going around talking to the neighbors, investigating, what's going on. So they kind of pull each other in and out. And I think it works better to have Angie not in the same place as Will, because they're so dependent on each other that even when they're in two separate divisions, they still end up coming together on cases often.
It's like when they date people, it's like, no, I can't date you because you still got a thing for him. Once, you know what I'm saying? You see two people come together in a room, you be like, oh. But then when they come around somebody else, you be like, there's something going on. There's some chemistry going on.
Just tried it and failed because their love is so, it's unconditional. Like you ever like, I don't think nobody knows me at my rawest. Like,
right, yeah.
Everything, right?
Yeah.
But they do. Like, can you imagine someone knowing you at your rawest? Like, that kind of love is different.
But they can't seem to, it's like they are, they can't seem like, okay, as we get to season 4, the therapist at the beginning of episode 1.
How are you doing?
I am great.
Anger is an appropriate response. Be mad.
It was like when you have access to the full plate of goodness, you retreat. And I feel like maybe both of them do that. They don't feel like they deserve goodness. And so they do something to self-sabotage it in some way, which is like, will they ever get together? Because I don't know. I'm trying to figure out that. Are they good together? Are they trauma bonded? I can't figure it out.
It's both. It's both. They are trauma bond for sure. They are trauma bond. They're trauma bond for sure. But they are good together.
They are good because they ain't like cussing each other out.
No. And I think the end of season 3, towards the end of season 3 or mid-season 3, when Will was like contemplating, because like I said, it's no black or white, and Angie had put herself in a situation that had some gray.
She always
gray, right? I'm not saying what she did was wrong, but there was some gray there, right? And he had a moment. It was an episode where he saw like the future with her, and he saw like them together, and he saw children, and he saw happiness, and he saw love, and he saw the good, right? And it's still, he couldn't have it because she broke the law. And he had to do the right thing. It just was not in him, even for the sake of himself being happy. He wouldn't even let himself be happy because he don't see gray. It's either you broke the law or you didn't break the law. And you broke the law. So
dude, ease up.
I got to tell. And then he told and broke his whole world up, right? To where he has to leave again, because, he'll dip off in a minute.
Yeah, that's his. I'm out. You gotta find. Where's Will? That's Amanda forever looking for Will. She was looking for him.
He breaks his whole life apart for, quote unquote, the right thing.
The right thing. But it's self-sabotage. You see what I'm saying?
It was. But for him, and unfortunately, Angie knew it. I don't know if she knew it, but I don't think she thought that she had a stronger hold on him than the gray, right? Or the black and white. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it hurt her for him to do that to her. And take something from her that was triggering, but she was good at her job.
Yeah, but then she too doesn't like accept, good stuff too, because, okay, I'm going to so if we go to, so we know where they are, season 1, 2, and 3. Everybody's a team. Everybody still got their trauma. Ain't nobody healed yet, or the show will be over. So we're still dealing with the trauma of Will, because they open up season 4, episode 1 with him throwing rocks at Holy Grace, or a brick at Holy Grace Children's Home. So that place is still doing a number on him. Understandably so. So that's a powerful scene. And then we go to the therapist. They're on the pickleball court, and it says 5 months later. So,
which I'm glad that he is seeing a therapist.
Yes, I'm glad he's seeing a therapist, and she is using, because she has to use outside of the box techniques, because he is going to fight it all the way.
That's right.
And he bursts out in this anger when she asks him about Angie, because she is now pregnant. So now that changes the game. And not only is she pregnant, let me just say, she out there in these streets. Like, Angie, sit down somewhere.
I could not stand. So first of all, now, if we go back to the previous seasons, Will used to see and talk to, like, victims. So a part of his mind, the way his mind worked, the victims, people would talk to him, and he would even talk to his younger self in some instances, in some episodes. So that's why I say he's on some type of spectrum. He's on something. And by season 4, we don't see that in the first few episodes. I haven't seen that. So there's growth there with him by the time he gets to
talking to himself.
Yeah. I mean, he still talks to himself, but he's not seeing like these figments. Well, no. I take that back, because he is seeing figments in season 4.
Yeah.
But he does see figments of people that are kind of in his head talking to him. Sometimes giving him good advice, sometimes helping him on the case, and sometimes it's a trauma.
It's fight.
He's having to fight. Yeah, that he has to fight within himself. So I'm happy to see that he's in therapy. However, I don't like the fact that Angie is now pregnant by this man, because it's Will's baby, period.
You think so?
Yes.
I'm hoping, Kim, but I just don't know, because she walk around like this is Dr. Baby. And
that man, and as much as I love a good old Jake, because he will always be Jake to me from Scandal, but that's Will baby. I'm still holding out hope that that's Will's baby, because why would they let her get pregnant by that man?
Kim, and I'm thinking you're right, because he's so delusional around here. He around here giving out rings. He killed. He said a full on "I love you," and I went and watched it. She ain't say not one "I love you" back.
You can't. Angie is not that. She's not that traditional girl, honey. She ain't giving. She's not like, okay, let me just pop the,
She said, "What is that? What
are you doing?"
But Kim, she could at least said, "I love you." He was like, "I love you."
But I think she loves him, but he's not Will. And she said that in an episode. She said that she was like, just Big Belly all out there. And she's like having this conversation with Ornwood, or I'm not sure who she's having the conversation with, but she's like, but still I think to myself, he's not Will.
Yeah. Because I was like, she could be the type that they're not affectionate and they're not able to, express themselves. But I was like, I don't think that's for her. I think she just not feeling this dude. He's not Will. Because he's so sweet. He's so nice.
He's so sweet.
If he was my son, I'd be like, oh, she don't like you, baby. You gotta
Like he's such a cutie patootie.
He's such a cutie patootie. He trying hard. He trying to keep her safe, and she like, get out of here with this niceness. I don't want you to be nice to me. Which she definitely suffers from. But I don't think it is because she thinks less than. I think it is because she won't Will. She won't Will.
I mean, she still loves him, and they have gotten to a point where they are healing. And I think Angie is healing from her trauma. Will is healing from his.
Right.
But there's a lot of healing to be done because now he knows who his dad is.
Right. Now he knows who his dad is. And so they are weaving in the wounds that they're working through with the major storyline of, what's his name? James, I think. The guy who was the lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
Who put him in the dumpster, I think, or whatever.
Super crazy, yeah.
Super crazy. Man. And I'm watching the scene where he and the protege, the young protege, in there taste testing caviar with the security guard. And I was like, now he gonna deserve to die. Because how you in here taste testing with these killers? You deserve whatever you get. Because, sir, this don't taste like the last time.
I know, this is,
So
I know that you can like inmates. Yeah, but I'm not pulling you out no cell so we can taste test caviar and bread and cheese. And
if so, you will be locked up. You will be locked up, sir, the whole time. You will be chained because there's no way. So, yeah, he deserved that shank. He deserved that shank.
Read the room, sir. I mean, he just was as happy as a bug on a log, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he breaks free, and then that starts Trent's kind of like breakdown because when he goes to replay the scene where they go, okay, so he breaks out of jail, they go to their restaurant, and they kill up everybody in the restaurant. And then Will and Faith go to kind of replay the scene, and he is in there having a full-blown conversation with himself. He says, I thought it was interesting. I was like, he's tearing himself up, scared little boy who can't read. I was like, he's tearing himself. That's him. I was like, he is straight talking to himself. He's talking to himself. He is constantly battling with, am I good enough?
Yep. Yeah. Am I good enough? And then to put on the fact that this man killed his mom and threw him in a trash can. Yeah. And this man has taunted him because this, at one point in previous season, he asked this man, was he his dad? Like, were you my dad? Was he the dad? And he was like, no. And then he taunted him. He was like, yeah, I'm sonning him. Yeah, you're my son. And
manipulative, just manipulative.
Very much so. And see, with Will, I mean, he's easily triggered now. Smart, brilliant, but he is easily triggered.
Right.
With everything that's going on. And then he's trying to push what's going on with Angie in his head down because he doesn't really want to deal with it. So the focus now becomes getting this man. And we see Will have the first break in where he is like, oh, I'm going to get you. Like, you can't, like, live. Like, I can't put you back in jail. Like, you got to die. You literally got to go.
And I'm going to take care of myself.
And I go to my uncle's house in Puerto Rico, I guess. Because I'm going to just give it up. He knew he could never do that because there's no gray for him. Like, even if he's having these thoughts, which he's had a whole conversation fussing with the whole GPS system in his car, going back and forth.
The man like, who you talking to? Because he was at the gas station, yeah. And they was watching him on the camera like, who is he talking to?
Having a whole conversation. But for everybody else, they're like, okay, this is normal for him because he's having some type of internal monologue, some type of internal conversation.
Yeah.
That's just what he does. And like, do you know like how cool it is to have somebody be okay with the fact that you just go off and be talking to yourself, and people be like, "That's okay. That's just what he does.
That's okay." Yeah. Until you do some crazy shit, and they be like, "No, now he kidnapping folks." Because he was about to take it to another level. With that, he would have. Yeah. Then he would have went to jail. Like, come on, he wasn't thinking rationally. So I'm wondering what this season is going to say about him. Now that I think about it, and him being able to keep it together. Because I didn't expect for him to kidnap the dude and be like,
"You can't go back to jail. You can't go back to jail.
You are evil and you must die, and I will see to it myself."
And the GPS is like, look, you missed your turn. Yeah. You're supposed to be going this way. And because everybody know that he does the right thing all the time, you know you missed your turn. Mm-hmm. You were going in a whole nother direction. Why? Why were you doing that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I think that gave some people concern because that's not his normal thing. But in this whole time, we see Angie. This is where we're seeing, like, she's okay knowing that he's okay, and he's okay over here. But in the immediate, once she finds out something's going on with him, she's right there.
Yes, because so he gets they find his partner, his protege, at the nursing home. They end up capturing him. And then because his protege is shot and killed, James kidnaps the little boy, and then Will takes his place. And then that's when they are on that venture, and he's like, I'm gonna take care of you myself, because in true Will fashion, Will breaks free, and I thought it was funny to see James break off in a run. It was like, hold on, he coming. I was like, hold on, wait a minute, you was the captor.
Where you going? And first of all, I thought he was just gonna beat him down.
Yeah.
And pull him off into the woods somewhere.
Oh, yeah. He took off. I was like, wait a minute, sir. Hold on, wait a minute. I thought you was really badass. Not with a gun. Apparently, you got to have a gun there.
Exactly. And as fool as he was, this person never plays a character that, he has played some evil characters before, but he's always like a little dorky character.
Yeah.
Who are you, sir? What are you doing? You're trying to kill everybody. You just want to kill all these people. Who are you, sir? No, you don't get to do that.
Yeah.
So, so you see everybody's looking for Will because everybody's thinking that Will is hurt or kidnapped or something's going on. And then when Angie verifies that, look, he isn't, he's still out there, he's alive. And to the detriment of her health, she's like, I'm out here looking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Jake is like,
what are you doing? Yeah.
You need to go sit down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sit down.
Yeah, because I thought, and she was like, okay, Ann, this is what I do.
I mean, it's Will. Did you think I was not going to go look for him? Did you think I was not going to find him?
Yeah. Because, so what happens? They think he's dead for a second in this episode 1. started episode 2 only to find out that, it was a setup. But I thought it was interesting that Angie come out there with her whole pregnant belly and she like, give me some gloves. I'm gonna go ahead and see if that's my boo.
Listen, Emmy has already identified. She's like,
I was like, oh, she still love that man. Hi, ma'am, you had a whole belly. Please do not come up in this scene.
My man.
Yeah. So, and like you said, her boo was like, stop, sit down. And she was like, Will is family. Will is family. He was like, no, we your family now. She was like,
no, but you don't understand. It's Will. That's why I still say that something's gonna happen. That baby gonna need some blood or something. And that man is not their baby daddy.
Yeah. That's how we gonna end this season. Because they're gonna stretch it out to see, because she is definitely still attached.
Yeah, because that's my baby. That's my baby.
Yeah, because they had a pregnancy scare, I think in the early seasons, right? He was ready. He was excited. He was happy. So he feels like maybe he missed his opportunity. Even still, it's an awkward situation when two people have some type of attraction for one another. Yeah, you like, So,
He's like, hi, I'm over here. I'm with her now. I'm the new love.
Yeah.
Well, like, you can be the new love. And he does respectfully. He steps back. He doesn't try to antagonize her or intervene in their life. He doesn't step back, which I think hurts him. He doesn't really deal with it at all. And then because he got so many things going on in his life at this point. He found out who his dad is. He's met his dad. Angie's pregnant by another man. And he caught the person who killed his mom. And now he's out acting a fool.
Yeah, talking and seeing things. Yeah. So, which I thought was interesting. Okay, so episode 2, because I was like, where are we going with James? They started with him so early. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, they are trying to take him through something, because by the end of episode 2, I think we have done with James. Am I right? Or is it 3?
No, it's 2.
It's 2. We're done with James. He kills James. We're on to the next kind of issue, but I do feel like, we are setting up the trauma he is about to kind of unpack or deal with for season 4 of Will Trent.
Because he's still dealing with a lot of trauma, and just like his dad came to his house, and his dad was like, "I'm gonna be here if you want to talk. Like, I'm just gonna be here." Because Will leave and Will retreat. He retreats to his home, and he don't want nobody bothering him.
Talking about it,
yeah. He's gonna process it with how he needs to process it, and that looks different sometimes every time. Because at one point he was working on furniture and he was fixing stuff, and he would fix things. Then he would leave. Then he would just retreat and wouldn't open the door. So he retreats. That's his way of kind of defensively how to protect himself, because he don't know no other way to do it.
Yeah, because that way you stop yourself from even dealing with the emotions.
And that's what I think James did. James showed Will his rage.
Yeah, because I feel like Will thinks he's an evil person at heart, which I don't understand. Maybe because he shot the lady. No, right? Or he shot the guy. Like, he interfered in that incident when he was young with the step parent. I mean, the foster parent. Like, so I think he's constantly kind of battling with this, am I an evil person? And we be like, well, no, you ain't evil, you a cop. That's part of your job, boo. You gotta kill the people. If you gotta do.
I kill people all the time on TV show. I don't know why they let them stay as long as they do on the show. They need to go.
Yeah, you do. You be like, he got to die.
He got to die.
Yeah. So he definitely, and I get that, dealing with a sense of self-worth. And I will say, as I've gotten older, I feel like I'm coming to the realization that I used to think that a sense of self-worth was seen in how you showed up, like fashion and hair and nails and makeup or whatever. But I'm now looking at what I'm thinking and seeing it as more so of like, how am I thinking about this experience? And so if I'm thinking, oh, this won't work out because X, Y, and Z, or I didn't do that well enough, so I won't get that, or whatever the case, like it's just not in line with, like, why would you think about something that you want and then throw on top of it that what you don't want to happen or whatever. And I'm seeing that as connected to worth. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I see that in Will, where instead of being like, yeah, that can happen and it'll be good when that happens. And when that happens, I can have this and then I can be like that. He's like, no, I can't have that. And you can't have it because I can't read. I can't do this or whatever. He like constantly throwing this negative perception on himself that I see. And he ain't the only one, but because even Faith and her son, she still be beating herself up with the way he be talking and stuff and coming at her crazy. Yeah. I'm like, girl.
And with Faith and her son, that dynamic is different because, you know, very similar to like with us and sometimes our mothers. Like, you work a job, you do this, you go to school, you go to college, you graduate, you work a job. And you work that job for 25 years until you retire, whatever. But the fact that you got a dream and you want to divert what was planned, like you don't want to go back to school, now you want to make beats. Who does that? Ain't no money in that. What are you talking about? You got a dream. Your dream is making beats. Yeah. Like, as a parent, it's like, that's not the path. And the path that you want to go on isn't secure, isn't stable. So what are you trying to do? Yeah, a dream, boy. Ain't nobody got no dream. And that's what I think. Faith and her son's issue was, which got him into more trouble because he's trying to follow a dream, and she doesn't totally understand what he wants to do. Or why he's diverting from the plan of, no, you were in school. Why are you coming out of school so that you can make beats? Like, that makes no sense for me. You got a plan. And for him, it's like, Mom, I just want to follow my dream. Just like us. Yeah. We just want to do what makes us happy, you know, and that we have a passion for. But what do you mean you want to go this way? What do you mean you've been at this job for 5 years and 10 years? What do you mean you want to leave this job and go to another job? No, you retire from that one job, you know, or you work that one job until you retire. No.
Yeah, because it's a constant, I think, seeing of what can go wrong instead of seeing what could go right. Like, I was talking to my mom about that, like, I don't know if it's like a holdover from slavery of protection. Well, I think maybe not even slavery. Maybe even going back further than that. I think I was reading about like the caveman brain. Like, you're always kind of trained to look for danger. And so And so I think, slavery was definitely, I'm looking for danger. I'm trying to make sure I don't get killed or whatever. And so, or the dinosaurs or whatever, and, prehistoric animals. I'm trying to make sure I am safe in this world. And so I believe that's why we are constantly looking for the dangers and throwing cold water on that danger in order to keep safe.
Yeah.
So definitely, I think Faith is doing it to her son, and then Will is doing that to himself because, which is what I'm learning too. Like if I expand, I'm safe like this. Nothing can hurt me. But if I expand and grow, then I can possibly risk being hurt or losing it or whatever. And definitely Will is, when he retreats, he's back to being safe. And then Faith is trying to keep, because she like, I ain't out here dodging bullets for you to go out here and make me.
Like you was in a whole school somewhere. What are you doing? Now you want to go work at some kind of hood production company.
You should Knight them. Like, why you can't find somebody nice?
I understand.
You get hooked up with hoodies. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the danger element, the uncertainty, the fear, and the instability of it. Because, we as a people are, you don't leave this one thing that's safe, secure, you got it, for the uncertain. Or you don't leave this until you have something else that's equally stable.
Even if it's not serving you.
Yeah.
Which to me could be, abusive relationships, abusive households. So, even because it's familiar. So even if I'm in this situation, I'm familiar. I know how to duck and dodge to keep myself safe. So I could totally see, why Will and everybody else is kind of like stuck into this pattern, because we all kind of do that kind of, I'm going to stay safe here. It's not safe for me to venture out and grow. It's safer for me to stay in this to shrink. It's safer for me to stay shrunk.
And you know what? On some level, they know how to navigate better within the trauma than they do within the calm. So it would be easier for them to be in the positions of APD and GBI because they're always within trauma and violence and hurt, and because they know how to navigate that space. When both of them are in a calm space, when Will saw his life with her, he don't know how to navigate that.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so, and this, we are not talking about this show, but that's what I see in 911. I know it's a show, but I'm like, doggone, Bobby and Athena can't go nowhere without some doggone. But she says that when they go on that cruise ship, that what will they talk about, because they are always surrounded by some type of event, trauma, whatever going on. So I can see, you are conditioned to the trauma or whatever. So maybe that's what the writers are trying to like bring out here. I need to look at what the writer of the book is trying to say. I know she deals with a lot of, I think it said that the writer of the book is about a lot of like SVU, because they said the book is really dark. And they said the book is dark, and I think a lot of people was like, they're glad the TV show doesn't lean into the darkness of what she writes about the victims and stuff like that or whatever. But I could see how maybe they are leaning to having just discussions about, just going through your trauma and stepping out of it, because I could tell you, and not even being, you're not even conscious of it when you finally be like, good Lord, I'm in deep here.
Super, like, and I think that the therapist, in the way that she does approach Will and taking him kind of out of comfort for him, it's something like playing tennis. Who plays tennis? Like, I don't got no time to be playing no pickleball or tennis or whatever it is and talk about my feelings. Like, he doesn't know how to navigate a calm, kind of safe space and kind of, because he's not used to that. So having him kind of these unconventional ways of conversations with him, I think will be a benefit to him as we move along. I like the fact that the show is not dark like the book, because that levity that it does provide takes it out of like an SVU. You know, you can watch some episodes of SVU and it's just too much. Like,
I told you, that's why I don't watch it.
Watch it and then you can't watch nothing else for the next, you know, you need to watch something funny after it. Like, so I love the fact that there is some levity in the series because it needs that.
Yeah.
You know, especially like with these cop shows, because some of the stuff is like heavy stuff, you know, that they're dealing with. So there needs to be some type of comedic, you know, interest
lightness.
in it,
the lightness show
show.
up.
And I do like that because they, you know, and they do play on the fact that he does, you know, what he has on. And even when he's talking to the people, like when he was talking to James in his head, he was like, look at what I got on. I mean, I'm you. I got on a suit. Yeah. Like you know, you know, and so it's like, you know, golly, he do got a suit on, you know, and he's talking to himself, you know, that inner conversation that he's having. So I like to see that even, and that's what I do like about the show. I love the diversity of the show. Yes. I love the cast and how they show up for each other all through it. Because even though Orenwood was a kind of a jerk the first season, going into season 2, you become endeared to him as the show kind of comes on and we get to see like more of his story. And I like how they flesh everybody's story out too. Like we actually get to know each person. Like I do want to know a little bit more about what's the tall guy's name? Black guy.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know much about him.
I would like to know more about him because we're seeing him a little bit more now in the show. But I love how they fleshed everybody's story out. You know, even like these people that have been foster care parents to Will or parents to Angie. Parents to Faith, we're seeing their backstory and kind of getting to know them. And in essence, you know, at first we may have judged them, but now we are more endeared to them because we kind of know what they're going through. You know, because Orenwood's going through the divorce, and you know the lady is like, "Look, I'm gone. I'm done. I'm out, and you gonna get the kids."
Yeah. Which is different, and even the bully at the beginning, because he called him a name, but he comes back in, I think, for another episode, and then we kind of see that he's wounded too, that he was just kind of bullying Will, but we understand that under that is some trauma that he's also dealing with. So they do, like you said, flesh out the character, so we're not just like, oh, they're ass. Yeah. We understand, what's behind. Yeah. But and then the Amanda, I was looking at her this season like, girl, if you don't go sit down with that cane, come back when you're ready.
Like, I'm back at work. I'm coming back to work.
But she telling Will to go. I'm like, when you sit down, you telling Will to go home. You need to sit down too.
Let me go ahead and get my section back together. Anybody got no time? I'm back at work. I'm back at work. And that man was like, you ain't back at work, honey. And she was like, but I am.
I am. But then Faith had to help her sit down on the curb. And I was like, see, that's why you take your ass back home.
Got shot. Like literally. You just got shot. You need to be healing.
Girl. Oh Lord, help me sit down on this.
Let me take myself back to work. I'm back to work. And
No.
that the guy that's filling in for her, he's chomping at the bit. He wants that job. You know, he wants to be in the spotlight. He wants it for all the wrong reasons, but he wants it. And even though I know she's not ready, she's not 100% to be there. I'm glad that she was like, "Nah, your things are gone. You mean
Yeah,
my office?
get
My
out
office?
the office.
No, your things are over there. You can go get them as you leave because I'm back."
Yeah,
I know that she doesn't need to be back, but she needs to be back. You know,
she needs to be back. Yeah, I like when they've done that too. Maybe because I'm in the middle of 911 when they remove Bobby for a second. And I'm like, see, this is where people don't understand a good work environment because you got when you have that good chemistry mix together, you can't beat it. You can't beat the good chemistry mix. Everybody just gets along. It just...
And you just can't just be bringing anybody and everybody in, you know, it's not going to gel the same. Yeah. It's not going to gel the same.
Yeah, because... Yeah, so Will working for somebody else, they done tagged him as fool or whatever, but he definitely, I don't know, if Amanda leave, I don't know what he would do.
Listen here, they don't write him up. They probably let all the cops come and beat him up. You know, they wouldn't, I mean, even though he's top tier, he's one of the best, right? But the other people, it wouldn't be a care. You know what I'm saying? You know, he knows the looks that he gets. You know, he knows that he does things unconventionally, right? Because he has to adapt, right? But yeah, he wouldn't get that same support.
No, from nobody else.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
It is a nice dynamic of people who care for one another. They have each other's backs, and that keeps me coming back too because I do love. I was like, this is why I come back to this show, just like 911 or The Bear, when they are really able to build that nice work kind of dynamic. I fall in love with those pieces. I really do. And then when people, like, I don't know if you've ever watched. I'm like, I don't know what's going on in England, but The Call the Midwives, and I watched the other one, Downton Abbey. You know, those seasons, those shows have been on for forever. Yeah. But they can't keep the talent because they be like, look, boo, it's season 4, season 5. I got to move on. I'm moving on, and they die off. Yeah, you know, so the group dynamic changes because the people who were originally there that made me love the show, now they're gone, and now you got to reintroduce me to this new people. But these ones seem to, I'm like that they are able to bring the same people back and still keep it going because that makes me come back. So whatever they do, I'm glad that they do that because if not, look, it ain't the same. I got to go.
Listen, it was, you know how it is with and I'm go back to like soap operas when 'cause I can talk to my mom about the soap operas because she still watches them, but they may bring in a new Billy Abbott. But I still remember him, the old Billy Abbott, who's on another show, and I still be calling him Billy Abbott. I remember him, he played Billy Abbott so good on Young and the Restless.
Yeah, we get the text.
But those staples of, you know, who gonna replace Victor Newman? You better not. The whole show is gonna go away.
Right, it's the energy. Yeah,
you're not gonna have another Victor Newman. You're not gonna have another Drusilla. Who you think you about to change a Drusilla? You about to have a new Drusilla? No. Those some people. You're not gonna have another Nikki. You're not gonna have another Miss. You know, God bless the day she died. But you're not gonna have another Miss Abbott. You know, it's so certain things are just like you just don't mess with. Some of those, you know, and it takes a little while. I keep telling my mom, like, I think Brad, who played Brad on Young and the Restless, now plays another character on Bold and the Beautiful. And I keep calling him Brad, but his name is not Brad on Golden Beautiful. His name is whatever. And I'd be like, Mama, that's Brad because to me, he will always be Brad.
Yeah, because in your mind, you're locked in. For me, as that, especially if you do it so well. I will say, I used to love me some Shameless. And for some reason, I don't know, what's his name? Jeremy? I can't remember. Well, anyway, guy who plays Lip.
The bear?
Yeah, and now he plays the bear.
Yeah.
Bear. But he is now the bear. He's not Lip anymore. So he was able to break out of that some kind of way. So there must be some type of voodoo magic on certain ones. They're able to break out of that.
Some people can. Some people can do that. Like me, I still see them because I don't watch them like how my mom watches them. I'm talking about soap operas now. I don't watch it like how my mom watches it. She's able to transition the changes, right? Yeah. I will always know the staples, and I will remember them from when I saw them last.
Right.
When I see them in another position on another show, I'm like, oh, that's so and so. And Mom be like, yeah, that's so and so, but his name is so and so on this show. Yeah, he does something completely different on this show. She's able to take it in, but I don't like when people flip characters on me, especially when it's one that I loved. And who was it? What show was it? I mean, and you can even go back to like the Aunt Viv, Yeah. It was a big uproar when they switched out the Aunt Vibs. But I do feel like the previous Aunt Viv, she gave a little something extra.
She did. She had that flavor. Yeah, and the other one was a little bit more like
docile and I mean, I like her as an actress, but there was a definite
energy,
the switch. Yeah, you know,
for sure. Yeah,
So for some things, I don't like when people just come in and I got a new face now, but that's supposed to be the old person. No.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that. Bring the old person back. Fix it.
Yeah. So I'm glad they are able to bring everybody back for another season. And so I'm excited about Will Trent season 4 to see what they take him through and kind of like the challenges and the growth or whatever. So I'm interested. So this is a good one, and I like that it's making me think about this type of thing. So, okay, before we do the what was she thinking, anything else, any closing thoughts on Will Trent, final reflections? I think we discussed more like the cultural messaging around trauma and whatnot. Yeah. So we're now for like final thoughts. Any what was she thinking? Who are you gonna choose?
Okay. So final thoughts. Will Trent, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Good show, real good quality show. Good stories. Each episode can give you a little something. And they may have a little 1-2-parter. But I enjoyed the show. I love the cast. I like how they work with each other. It seems like they have a good kind of relationship. What was she thinking? My only what was she thinking is, Angie, who your baby daddy?
Who is the girl?
Who is the baby daddy? What was you thinking, girl? Stop telling that man that it is his baby. That's not his baby.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
The way you was moving around, how you and Will be getting down, no, that is not his baby. That's Will baby. And the writers need to know that that's Will baby. I don't like that. I don't like y'all trying to play with Will like that.
Angie,
that may help in his healing.
No, I like them together too. I'm still, I'm hoping that they can, somehow reconcile. Who would be my what was she thinking? I guess I'm going to go with Amanda. Girl, why are you back at work? Sit down somewhere. Phone it in, zoom it in. Zoom it in, Amanda. But I'm like her because I am that control. I want to control it. So I understand what she's thinking. I got to be here to lay my hands on Will before he get out of control.
And she getting it with her job. He coming for her job. That other guy, he want her job. And she's going to have to step up. Unfortunately, I mean, she will listen. But I think she kind of feeling that dude's trying to come for her job too, you know?
Yeah.
So take your time here.
Take your time here, girl. Your job go. I don't know though, cause sister girl like, girl. These are what is it? This high level position hard to come by. They don't have sisters up here every doggone day.
And not one like this one.
Yeah.
So what you not gonna do?
Hammer my cane.
What you not gonna do? You mean my office? Go. Your things are already moved.
Already out. Well, I know she was like, I know he didn't. Yeah, I get it, sis. Yeah. So it's starting off strong. I'm here for another season. They still doing it good. I'm still loving Will Trent, and like you said, the diversity. With Will being Hispanic, and then they've got the sisters doing their thing, and even when they bring in Faith's mama, and then the lady doing her thing, Angie as pregnant, even they still haven't counted her out. And the men kind of take a back seat, so I'm digging it. It's still good. Yeah.
I mean, Angie is going on full cases, doing full investigations
still,
with a full, basically 8-month belly, 7-month belly. Okay.
One thing I know about these here shows, I ain't made for that life, because when danger come, I'm not Kim. I'm not going in looking to see. Call 911.
Well, good. Go on up in there and see what they got going on. Can't send him up in there because he got the aneurysm. He recovering too.
Yeah, we need to call somebody, because
I'm not gonna go up in there. Why you not on the desk yet?
You got to have a special something in your brain that makes you run too dangerous. So I'm like, no, this is not.
But she thrives in the triggering, the trauma.
You're right. It's got to be, because me, I'm in the closet around when they get here. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm not coming out. I'm not coming out.
My feet swelling. I'm hungry all the time. I got to use the bathroom about 10 times a day. I ain't running around nobody.
Yeah, put me on desk duty, please.
Listen here, I'm not inhaling these toxins. I ain't kicking down no dough. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm here. Yeah. I'm growing a whole life down here.
Yeah, you want me to come out here on this stakeout? Yeah, she was good. She's good.
She was. But she had all three of them with her, the other two men with her.
It's still dangerous.
On the stakeout, just sitting there watching two women fight.
Yeah.
Should we intervene?
Yeah. No, not yet. It's getting good.
Yeah, just let them.
And then she the one that shows her badge to tell them to calm it down. I'm like, no, you still too close. Because any one of them could have had gun. No, girl, go home. You and Amanda. Take Amanda with you.
Hey, boo. No.
All right, so that was Will Trent. I enjoyed it. Kimber, please take us out.
Yes. If this TV series made you uncomfortable, inspired, or reflective, okay, that's the point. Because growth usually starts with discomfort.
Amen to that. Tell us, if you've watched Will Trent, you haven't watched it yet, well then we would strongly suggest that you watch it, because it is a good watch. And if you have watched it, please tell us what you were thinking, what you thought the characters were thinking, your thoughts on that, and then please rate and subscribe and share what was she thinking with friends. And I guess we will see you next time on what it is that we will review.